On behalf of National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj and State Election Commission, Telangana, I, Dr. Rubina Nusrat, extend a very warm welcome to our respected dignitaries on and off the dais, invited state election commissioners, faculty and staff of NIRDPR, to the State Election Commissioner Conclave, jointly organized by NIRDPR and State Election Commission, Telangana.
Good morning to all of you. The Honorable Minister of State for Home Affairs, Government of India, Sri Kishan Reddy Garu, Sri A.K. Chauhan, State Election Commissioner, Bihar and Chairman, Standing Committee of State Election Commissioners, my colleague Sri Sunil Kumar, Secretary, Ministry of Panchayati Raj, Government of India, and friend and guide, Sri Nagreddy Garu, the State Election Commissioner, Government of Telangana, and the State Election Commissioners from across the country, my colleague Radhika, and of course very illustrious names are there. I can recognize Mr. Pasram sir, of course Mr. Vijayanand, Mr. Meenakshi Sundaram, Mr. M.N. Roy. It's an immense pleasure to do this job of welcoming all of you to this beautiful campus, National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayat Raj. A warm welcome. And in fact, on this soil, if I can recall, the foundations for transformative change in PRI system was laid in the form of 73rd and 74th Amendment, Constitutional Amendment Bill. I think the basic groundwork has happened in this campus, in this soil, with the help of illustrious faculty and the experts in this field. Congratulating, first of all the state election commissioners for guarding the mantle of democracy by enabling the local governments to function by conducting free and fair and timely elections in the country. You enable the elections of almost 3.5 million elected representatives across all the tiers. Of course, even after almost 30 years, after 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment came into picture, still we have to cover a long distance to fully realize the spirit of the constitutional provisions and the dream of our father of nation, that is realizing village Swaraj, Gram Swaraj, and to see each village a little republic, self-sufficient in its vital wants, organically and non-hierarchically linked with larger spatial bodies and enjoying maximum freedom of deciding the affairs of that locality. All is said and done, we should be looking at the functioning of local governments in holistic perspective rather than only conduct of the elections. Democracy will have meaning only if all the voters of the panchayat or municipality takes active part in all events, activities of the system. For example, participation in Grama Sabha, which is the important indicator of vibrancy of the local government, which is too abysmal in this country. So we have to be alive to these facts. So there is a need to raise the awareness and create an ecosystem for the local governments to function with full vitality, and thinking that conduct of elections is the end in itself may not be the appropriate narrative for all of us sitting here. The whole spirit of Gram Swaraj is getting defeated. So the task before us is, can we together, that is the Government of India, the state governments, the state election commissioners and activists of panchayats, raise the bar of local governments? Can we bring a respectful narrative to these grassroots institutions and their elected representatives, especially among the other levels of elected representatives? Can we enable the people to fully participate in this democratic process and in the governance? Can we work together and create more and more evidence in terms of research by institutions like NIRDPR, SIRDPRs and other number of NGOs in favor of local governance and the need for reforms at various levels? So let me thank all of you for your interest and warm welcome once again. I wish that this conclave will pave way for better local democracy, governance and sustainable development and happiness on 1.3 billion hearts of this great nation. Thank you all and I extend warm welcome to all of you. Thank you very much.
I request Shri V. Nagreddy State Election Commissioner, Telangana, to envision us about SEC Conclave.
Thank you.
A very public work of great magnitude, not ordinary magnitude. He mentioned nearly 35 lakh, public representatives are elected. Every 5 years there is an election. Thanks to the 73rd, 74th Amendment, we are almost having every 5 years, maybe give or take 6 months here and there, but otherwise regularly. Greatest achievement of one of the 73rd, 74th Amendments is that we are able to have regular elections. We are able to have security, like once elected, they will be there and they are there for 5 years, so that they can fearlessly and fairly work for the welfare of the people. But as I told, we regularly meet. All these years we have been meeting, but there are certain issues which keep on agitating our minds, keep on engaging our attention. Everywhere we speak, and we speak amongst ourselves and then it ends there. But this time we are speaking in a larger gathering. We are unfortunate, we could not have the minister, but we are equally happy that the secretary is here. Secretary Panchayati is here. He must know what are the issues which are really bugging us, which are really engaging our attention, which are really causing us trouble. A few of things I will mention, and that is the reason why we have got this two-day conclave here in NIRD, so that they will get focused and they will get into the mainstream and the academic field, so that finally there can be some good responses obtained. Because nearly 25 years after this 73rd and 74th Amendment, I think it's a very, very opportune time that we should look at what has happened and what are the issues and how to sort out, so that these institutions can become even more useful to the people of this country.
If Government of India also once in a while thinks some kind of consultative mechanism, definitely the institution of state election commissioners will be strengthened in times to come, and we will be able to serve the people of India even better. So these are all the things, concerns with which we have approached the NIRDPR, and then this is the result. The result is the two-day conclave. I thank Dr. Rampula Reddy for having taken this initiative and done this particular conclave. And I thank our Honorable Minister of State for Home, other state election commissioners, Shri Chauhanji, our Chairman, Standing Committee of State Election Commissioners. So he has come all the way from Bihar, and all the state election commissioners who have come from different states after taking time from their usual schedules. So I thank all of them. I thank Shri Sunil Kumar, the Secretary, Ministry of Panchayati Raj, and all the other invitees and the learned panelists and the resource persons who have come from different
Parts of the country. We are very eager to hear to you and share our knowledge with you, and also the assembly here. Thank you very much.
I request Shri Sunil Kumar, Secretary, Ministry of Panchayati Raj, Government of India, to enlighten us through his special address.
I believe that the way this two-day conclave has been structured, the issues that have been identified for further discussions, and also as Mr. Nagi Reddy mentioned, that other stakeholders, other than the state election commissioners, they have also been, an effort has been made to also invite them. That I think is a very sort of positive development, where only when all stakeholders involved in the local self-government design, which has been formulated through the 73rd Constitution Amendment Act, get together. When everyone get together and begin to look at various aspects of the issues involved, then we will be able to collectively find solutions. Once we have a fair degree of good practices, good examples, good systems of delivery mechanisms which become visible to everyone at every level of government, and various aspects which have been mentioned, some directly relating to state election commissions, large number of them, the various different practices and different provisions in the state acts, how those need to be brought in tune. This will only happen when there's a large and a very visible voice, and the local bodies, they find support from other stakeholders. We are formulating GPDPs with only 30 people present. And we say, yes, once the Gram Sabha was postponed, second time it has been held, only these many people have come, so that is a valid Gram Sabha, and we say, yes, we have prepared the Gram Panchayat development plan. So the issues are very deep, they need to be addressed, and that can happen only through concerted action and support of all sections, all stakeholders. And this calls for dialogue, this calls for very free and frank exchange of views, understanding what the issues are, and that deep commitment that yes, we have to ensure that democratic institutions in this country, they not only exist, they are also effective, and they serve the purpose for which they have been designed. We cannot let these institutions just degenerate. And in this conclave, the way it has been designed, I can see that desire from one very important stakeholders who are instrumental in ensuring that the local bodies at least come into existence, that desire to bring about certain change, that desire to exchange views with other stakeholders, seek support from other stakeholders. And I'm sure that it may be a long path, but at least a beginning has been made. The task before us is very huge. By leaders, including Mahatma Gandhi, that dream, that agenda remains an ongoing and unfinished agenda, and we have to really work extremely hard to ensure that democratic institutions in this country at all levels, they flourish and they become strong and they take deep roots. So I wish that I look forward to the views of various dignitaries who have come, not only during the course of this inaugural session, but also during the course of panel discussions and informal exchange of views that we can have later. Lot of ideas we can obtain from them, and I'm sure and I can assure you that from our level, we will be examining each view with a very open mind, with no preconceived notions, and we'll take whatever it does to ensure that the local bodies, the third tier of governance in the country, that takes deep roots, that gets strengthened. So I look forward to the discussions in this two-day conclave. Thank you.
Now I request our guest of honor, Honorable Minister of State for Home Affairs, Government of India, Shri G. Kishan Reddy sir, to guide us and bestow blessings on the event through his address to the August gathering.
I am happy to be at this two-day conclave, two state election commissioners organized by NIRD and Panchayati Institute. The conclave, I understand, is going to discuss one of the most fundamental aspects of our democracy, that is local self-government bodies. I am happy that a common platform has been provided for the election commissioners from across the nation to share and discuss all the important issues and challenges in conducting local body elections smoothly, fairly, and collectively to decide a roadmap for the future of the country in rural areas for rural development. Mahatma Gandhi dreamt of Gram Swaraj, and he believed that Gram Swaraj will be a touchstone for the progress and the prosperity of nation. Towards the making the villages self-reliant, to use a Telugu phrase, Swalambana and Swaparipalana, you have been playing an important role in this aspect. As a senior servants of the nation, you are all aware, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has been working with the conviction to build a new India, and we are indeed making significant strides in the direction powered by the slogan Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. The Union government is determined to bring about the perspectable changes in every walk of the life, and it is our determination to strengthen local bodies to foster that change towards the building a new India and towards making India a $5 trillion economy. Conducting elections to about 31 lakh elected representatives in the country every 5 years is a complex and challenging task. The electoral process must be dealt with utmost transparency, along with managing grievances or resolving electoral disputes. We need to constant evolve to develop a robust electoral framework to share a good practice. Telangana State Election Commission is launching a pilot project using face recognition technology to check photo electoral rolls in the forthcoming municipal elections. This is the one instance how used to the technology and electoral process enhances its credibility. Similarly, there needs to be a greater thrust on research in area and capacity building of stakeholders for further ensuring effective functioning of Panchayati Raj institutions. NIRD and Panchayati Raj can evolve strategies and policies to overcome all the roadblocks towards achieving the strengthen the grassroots democracy. I wish to make one submission to the election commissioners assembled here. You need to further strengthen mechanism to check influence of money and use of money to subvert the democratic process. It is important for us to remind ourselves the values with which our founding fathers have established democratic setup where free and fair elections is the lifeline of the system in the process of expressing public will. I hope that the deliberations of this conclave will help the state to work out effective strategies to bring local body elections to center stage and enable to local bodies to function as a channels of good governance, equality, social economical justice. This will further strengthen our democratic system and march towards the new India. I wish the conclave a great success. Thank you very much.
Now I request
Shri A.K. Chauhan, State Election Commissioner, Bihar and Chairman Standing Committee of SSCs to please endow upon us his immense experience through his special address.
It is the mandate of the State Election Commission to conduct free, fair and transparent elections. It's a mandate given by the Constitution of India. Now certain mechanism can be worked out in which certain portion of the money can be given to the state election commissions so that they don't have to seek finances every now and then from the state government of India. It will give them a little bit of more autonomy, financial autonomy at least. I would also request the Ministry of Panchayati Raj, Government of India, to be little more proactive towards the existence of state election commissions. Of course, many state election commission acts and rules, they provide for the use of Government of India officials during the time of elections. Shri Nagireddy ji, our colleague from Telangana, and all other officers and officials who have organized this conclave and have taken the pains of hosting us in a very comfortable atmosphere. So I won't take much time of you. I wish all of us and you also best of the times and certain productive outcomes of this conclave. Thank you very much.
I take great privilege in inviting
Our Deputy Director General NIRDPR, Srimati Radhika Rastogi ma'am, to please extend a vote of thanks to the august gathering.
A very good morning to all the dignitaries here. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks to this august gathering. Firstly, I would like to express my gratitude to Madam Sadhvi Niranjan Jyoti, Minister of State for Rural Development. Though she could not have come, she has conveyed her blessings to this event. I would thank Shri G. Kishan Reddy, Honorable Minister of State, Home Affairs, Government of India. He has rightly flagged that the local bodies, both urban and rural, they are the foundation of democracy. And if we have to really achieve development, it is these bodies which need to be strengthened. He also urged all the state election commissioners to exercise their powers, like Mr. Seshan, who has brought in the model code of conduct, and urged everybody to be model citizens and not vote on the basis of money, muscle, family, religion, region, or any other considerations. We thank him profusely for having given his valuable guidance. I would also like to thank Shri A.K. Chauhan, State Election Commissioner Bihar and Chairman of the Standing Committee of State Election Commissioners. He has also rightly pointed out the paucity of manpower and other challenges that all the state election commissions face. Thank you, sir, for your presence and guiding us. I also like to thank Shri V. Nagireddy, State Election Commissioner, Telangana State, for collaborating with NIRDPR in organizing this conclave and for his keynote address. I also like to thank all the former and current state election commissioners who have come from various states. Your presence is really going to enrich this conclave with all your inputs, experience, and advice. I would like to thank Shri Sunil Kumar, Secretary, MOPR, Government of India. He has stressed that the involvement of all stakeholders is the key to ensure that this grassroots democracy can be made vibrant. I would also like to thank our Director General, Dr. W.R. Reddy, for his initiative and leadership in organizing this conclave. I would also like to thank all the other senior officers and dignitaries present here. I also thank Dr. Katresan and his entire team from the Center for Panchayati Raj for putting this conclave together. I also like to thank the liaison officers and other officials from the state government who are assisting in this endeavor, and the audiovisual team, security, catering, and the hostel team for the various arrangements. I also thank NAM and Manage, our sister institutions who are providing hospitality, and the press for giving due coverage for this very important event, hoping that we will have a very fruitful, productive conclave. Thank you all, and let the conclave begin.